Hey guys, I want to take a second to go over your test that's going to happen tomorrow. I have the test right in front of me, so if you're watching this, you should probably take notes and do a little bit of work with me. First of all, we need to remember that and means to multiply when it comes to finding your possible outcomes. And or means to add. So make sure you know that. Make sure that you are very aware of that. And then when we're talking about sample spaces and talking about how many possible events, if we have a meat option, a side dish option, and a drink option, we know we need meat and side and drink. So if there was 3 meats and 3 sides and 3 drinks, we could just multiply the 3 together. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. And we'd say there's 27 possible outcomes, 27 possible ways to arrange those options. We do that by a tree diagram also. So for instance, if we're looking at, if I have chicken and beef, and then I have salad and slaw, and then I have water, Coke, or tea. To make that tree diagram, we separate these 2 out because we can have chicken or beef. So chicken is one of them, and then we skip down and do beef as another one. From that, you can have slaw or salad from either one of those. And then from each side, because if we just stopped here, we'd have 4 options. We'd have chicken and slaw, chicken and salad, beef and slaw, beef and salad. But we also have 3 drinks to choose from. So that comes from each side right there. All 3. So we have water, Coke, and tea for each one of these options. So we could have beef and slaw and water, or beef and slaw and Coke, and so on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 total options. To check it, you could do 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So there's a little overview of that. You will have to make a tree diagram on your test. We're talking about how many possible outcomes for something. If I have a coin and a dice, and I say, well, how many possible outcomes do I have? I can have a coin that has 2 sides, heads and tails, and we have a dice that has 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we're asking how many possible outcomes do you have, you could make a tree diagram, or you could say, well, there's 2 options for the coin, there's 6 options for the dice. And if I want to flip the coin and roll the die, then I would do 2 times 6, which is 12. There's 12 possible options. But if I said I wanted to flip the coin or roll the die, I would add 2 and 6 together, and I would say there would be 8 possible options. So you have to think about, do I want to do them together or separately? You have several probability questions on that. And then as you keep going, we have one of the questions that's how many ways can you arrange a word? So if I have the word, I don't know, give me earth. If I have the word earth, then how many different ways can you arrange the letters? Well, instead of actually trying to arrange the letters, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Give each letter a number and multiply those together to figure out exactly how many ways you can rearrange them. 1 times 2 times 3, that's 6. 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times 5 is 120. There's 120 different ways to do that. There's a question on whether probability, experimental and theoretical probability, and you just need to make sure you understand that theoretical probability is when something, what the chance that it's supposed to happen, but experimental, it may not actually happen exactly that way than the experiment that you do. And then you have some questions on probability. If I were you, I would go to my IXL and practice simple probability. You can get to that from, if you need your username and password, it's on the homework from the night before. Study, 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 study your notes. This shouldn't be a very, very difficult test. I didn't make it to trick you, but make sure you go over this, do the examples, do probability examples. That little worksheet we did on Tuesday, go over that as well. Good luck.